Good afternoon, ladies and germs. Um, there's always lots to do, especially when you want to do it as well as you can. What I've started doing, and I don't know if we can see this, is flatting down the varnish. There's no great cleverness in it. It's just a case of working it slowly with fine grit, wet and dry, taking the knobbly bits out of it and just making it nice and smooth so that when you run your hands over it, it feels okay. And then you put another coat of varnish on, and then you flat it down, and then you put another coat of varnish, and so on until you're ecstatically happy with it. But I've got to think about several things this afternoon. The first thing that I've got to think about is planting stuff. I don't know about you lot, but I like to eat. I've heard rumours that some of you like to eat as well. And food has to come from somewhere. So, little project I've got in mind, bear with me just one moment. Okay, more of Grandma's best china. No, it's not. It's not Grandma's best china. It's a bowl that came from a charity shop for tenpence or something. But this stuff that's in the bottom of it is seed. Leek seed. I say leek seed. I didn't label it, and it might be onion seed. But whatever it is, it's seed. It came from flowers from leeks or onions, whichever it was that I cut last year, and you sort of graunch it up in your fingers and you extract the black bits, which are the seed. And I think it's about time to start growing some, start the seeds off so that when the weather picks up a bit they can go in the garden. Now, why would I do anything the easy way? What I need next is a planter, a little dish to put some seed compost in. And I don't like buying things like that, but what I do like doing is eating. So I've just been to the shops and I've bought some closed cup mushrooms. How about that? Oh, best before the 26th of January. I better eat them today, hadn't I really, because today's the 23rd. That's dinner for tonight. Not on its own, you understand. There might be some egg and some bacon and stuff mixed in with it. But that will give me a seed tray. Yeah, so that's the way it goes. We'll have a seed tray out of that. Right, onwards and upwards. What's the next thing, do you reckon? Well, another thing that I want to get going, I've started putting the cobblestones in. That's a long, slow job, but what I want to do is I want to get the footpath down there, and then we can start putting a road in here. Now, I work at a place that creates an awful lot of rubbish, including these empty boxes. I think you've seen them before, and this is just superb card. What I really like about it, it costs me nothing. So a quick little job while things are beginning to cook will be to cut some footpaths. Well, I knew the ruler would come in handy for something. The idea is that I'm going to mark paving stones on this pavement, and I know that edge is what we might call waney, but that's to fit the wall because the wall isn't exactly straight either. That's fine, it's a model railway, and I've seen plenty of walls on railways that aren't exactly plumb dead straight. I don't suppose you want to watch me just measuring off half-inch bits to mark in. You want to see the finished job, so, you know, I'll crack on. Well, this is what I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to achieve a pavement made of paving stones. And if you look at natural paving stones and a pavement, no two are ever quite the same colour. So what I've done, I've sort of marked out the stones, and then I've been sort of squidging together a couple of colours. And I haven't mixed it. I've just sort of squidged them together and given it a stir so that every brushful ends up a slightly different colour. I don't know, is that going to work? Do you think that's how it should be? What I'm going to do, I'm going to give myself a rest because, you know, this is tiring actually.